said, so what the second class going to be about? She said, we're going to be talking about stress. I say, stress? And when my man walked in just now, I looked at him and said, he looked about 14. So I said, how old are you, 14? He said, no, I'm 21. Because in my mind, I'm like, what do we know about being stressed out at 14? But I got a magical question right now, and I know somebody have to have one. Somebody let me use your stress ball. Who in here brought a stress ball with him right now? Who in here right now, it can be honest and say, I got something that's in my purse right now, in my bag, that I use for stress. You know the little stress balls? Anybody have one?
No.
Nobody?
No.
That's what I figured. That's what I was thinking. I said, now I'm about to go do a stress class with people that's 14, 15, 16, look, about 12, and I'm going to talk about stress. Now, here's the deal. Anybody tell me anything. Now, before I ask that question and open it up, I'm going to tell you what I view stress as. Stress, to me, is some unwanted, didn't see it coming, other people issues. Unwanted, didn't see it coming, other people issues, right? Stress. Somebody give me an example of stress. What you see stress as? Anybody? What is stress? Come on.
Your son coming back home from college.
Oh, you give me a reason why you got stressed. Hold on. that ain't what I want. That's what I wanted. Yeah. Hold on.
We keep it real in here. I'm sorry. We keep it real in this class. Keep it real,
We're going to get to that one in just a second.
We keep it real.
Did everybody hear what she said? That's good. That's good. Hold that one for me.
We keep it real.
Hold on. That's a good reason. Anybody, stress. When you hear the word stress, what's the first thing that come to your mind?
Inconvenience. Inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Unwanted issues. Inconvenience. Being inconvenienced can cause stress. Right? Somebody walking in and all of a sudden disrupting your normal routine of what you had in mind for how you wanted your day to go can cause some stress, right? Okay. Anybody else? We get ready to have some fun in here. Anybody else? You know, the last class we just come out of was awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really, really enjoyed it, right? And now to come from a high class to now we're going to talk about stress. Now we got everybody thinking now. Everybody thinking. I'm standing up here and I see all the wheels turning in y'all head right now. Because now you're thinking about stress. What causes stress? And before we get out of here today, we're going to find out that stress is really not stress. Because at the end of the day, we all have the power to choose what we allow. Sometimes we cause different things in our own immediate life, and we title it stress. Some things are really not for us. Sometimes it's self-induced. Sometimes we take on more. Or sometimes we take on other people's problems or other issues, and then we title it stress. So is it really stress? Okay, somebody give me an example, another example of stress. And then I'm gonna tell y'all what my sister said right now about stress, because that's a good example. Anybody else?
Annoyance.
Annoyance. Go and let people with that one. Give me an example of that.
Like traffic, it's annoying. It's just in the way.
Traffic, annoyance. Anybody ever got stressed in traffic? Anybody ever been going somewhere and then you pull up on the freeway and you see a whole bunch of traffic and all of a sudden you're like, golly, man.
I think maybe a lack of clear goals in life make me feel stressed.
Lack of clear goals. Okay. Lack of clear goals. Anybody can relate to that? Anybody can relate to what she just now said? You can?
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Can relate to lack of clear goals, how that could become stressful? Being undecided, not knowing which road to travel, preparing your whole self for one career, and then find out when you finally almost to the level of graduation or something happens, and then you find out that everything that you've been planning for your whole career and everything that you've been working so hard for, now that job has become obsolete. The workforce don't no longer need as many people there now because you have computers, because you have other methods now. So therefore, with everything that you've been working so hard for, all your goals, everything that you've been preparing for, now all of a sudden you have to switch. You have to switch. You know, not having clear goals. You know, yesterday I talked about clear vision in a cloudy situation. Having clear vision in cloudy situations. And what she just now said was lack of clear goals. So the opposite of having clear vision is the lack of having clear vision. You know, and that right there in itself, we're gonna discuss that when we get further down. But right now, I just kind of want to paint the picture for the room right now about stress. What is our idea of stress? When we hear the word stress, what we think? First thing we think. Y'all thinking too hard now. Come on now.
Overthinking.
Huh?
Overthinking.
Overthinking. Overthinking. Come on, give me a couple more. I want to get to about 8 of them. I need 4 more.
Fear.
Fear, can I take the jacket off?
By all means, comfort yourself.
Thank you. Fear? Fear? Somebody say fear?
Fear.
Fear. Fear can be stressful.
Oh, realistic or non-realistic?
Ball now. Fear? Come on. I need
Money.
3 more.
Money.
Money! I'm going to stop right there for 1 second. Money. Let me see the hand. Nah. Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot. Let me see the hands of the people right now. And if you had to be honest, that at some point, and at some times, when you start thinking about finances, it overwhelms you. That's good. That's good. And one of the reasons why that's very, very important, and we're going to talk about it and before we leave here, is because one of the things that I want everybody to walk out of here knowing is that we make money. Money don't make us. Money don't bring you happiness. If whatever you are, and if you had more money, you're just going to be more of that. If you're already joyful and you're already happy, when you get some money, you're going to be more of that. If you're miserable, you sad, somebody give you money, guess what? You're just going to be more, you're just going to have more money, but you're still going to be miserable and sad. But a great point, because that right there in itself is one of the key factors of why I get more suicide calls now than anything. And what I mean when I say that, you know, I've been on the crisis line since 2003. I've been working crisis calls since 2003. In 2003, I used to get a whole lot of calls about people want to commit homicides. I got a lot of calls about people having struggles with drug addictions and marital issues and all the other things. Since 2010 to 2017, as early as last week. Last week I got a call, somebody wanted to commit suicide. 45 to 60% is behind money. It's behind being stressed out because I can't take care of my family. Being stressed out because I don't have enough money to do what it is that I need to do. On one hand, it's valid because it can cause some discomfort. Any of us, like myself, I was homeless. I was homeless in 2002. February 11, 2002, I was homeless. So that means I had nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves what? I'm going to need everybody to help me with this one here. Nothing from nothing leaves what?
Opportunity.
Nothing plus nothing leaves what? Nothing times nothing leaves what? Nothing divided by nothing leaves what? That's what I had. Nothing. 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 But what I did have was, I had a desire. I had a desire. I had joy when I was homeless. People used to be going to work, and I would watch people going to work stressed out. And I say, hey, good morning, how you doing? He said, I don't know why you happy, you homeless. I say, yeah, I don't know why you sad, you not. So, my condition and what state of being I was in had no bearings on who I was on the inside. I was already joyful. I already had in my mind that I know what I want to do. And where I was homeless at was over there in 3rd Ward over there by the Houston Community, but the college, ACC, on Alabama. Anybody know about 3rd Ward? That's where I used to be at. And I used to feel embarrassed because I had all these college kids going to school, man, and here it is, I'm out here in these streets homeless. I felt embarrassed. But on the inside, I had a desire. I already knew that someday, me and God was going to turn it around. I already knew that. That's why I never lost my joy. I stayed happy in the midst of it, right? So I just kind of wanted to touch a little bit on money. I need 2 more. Come on, y'all. 2 more. 2 more, and then we're going to move.
Marriage.
Huh?
Marriage.
Who?
Marriage.
Marriage.
Let's
Should I just say relationships?
Yeah, let's just say relationships, partners in general.
I'm going to say marriage / relationships. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to say that. Marriage / relationships. And the reason why I say that because I can't say one without the other. Because a marriage is a relationship. A relationship is a marriage. However you look at it. Whether we friends, we married to each other. We made a vow to each other. If we call ourselves being partners in this class, and I say, you know what, I got your back, you got mine. Guess what we just did? We just made a commitment. We just formed a relationship. But you don't have to go into detail. You don't have to go into detail. But help me out a little bit when you see how marriage can be stressful.
You have a lot of growing pains. You are no longer one person. And it is amazing the way signing a piece of paper almost duplicates you. So you go from seeing yourself as not a single person, but as somebody who has no attachments, no ties, no commitments, no I have to be here, to somebody saying, let me empty half of my vessel to allow that person enough room to enter that space so we can now become one. It has been a journey for me, a very big learning journey in a good way, but with change comes discomfort, a little bit of growing pains, but for me it was good.
Anybody can relate to that? Anybody can relate to maybe not the marriage part, but can anybody relate to relationship stress, whether it be with the kid? Now we're gonna run off and include you in that one because y'all didn't hear what she said. Y'all didn't hear what's your name? I'm sorry. Y'all didn't hear what Shalonda said at first. She said that so low. None of y'all heard it, but I heard it. That's why I said we was going to get back to that because I wanted to wait till we get to that word, relationships. Because what Miss Shalonda just not said when I said that, before we even put number 1 up there, she said, letting your son come home. the children. See, sometimes we think marrying somebody can cause some discomfort. Sometimes our children can cause discomfort as well. The same ones we love, the same ones we're in a relationship. So before we get to number 6 on this side, we're gonna have a whole lot of solutions, because I'm a firm believer. This is what I believe in. I believe anytime I can put down an issue or a situation or a problem, I have to be able to put a solution next to it. I can't have an issue and a problem without having a solution. So we all coming up with the issues, so we all gonna come up with the solution. Because I may have a solution that's opposite and opposed to what you think, right? And you may see it different from what I think, right? You may see it different from what she thinks. She may see it different from what you think. But at the end of the day, it's tools that we all have to use on a day-to-day basis when we're dealing with anything. We need one more. Good, thank you. Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for. You want to share on that a little bit? Did you want to expound a little bit on it? You free, go
I
ahead.
mean, it's self-explanatory. I mean, it's just stressful for, you know.
Can everybody hear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just stressful for you to have done everything you can, send your son. I mean, he's been in the military and to college, and then he wanted to stay at home. He wanted to come back home when he's been gone all this time. It's just kind of stressful. Not that, I mean, it's a problem. I love my son, but I just think that as a man, he should be on his own.
Anybody else in here having those type of issues? I know some of us probably here don't even have children yet. 14 years old, I know you. I'm having to see his ID before he leaves. I keep looking over there. I just don't believe he knows 21. You know, that's just me though. I'm just telling you, so I'm not talking behind your back. I'm just being honest. I just don't see him being 21. But anybody else have can relate to anything that we've talked about so far? You can relate to it? You want to expound on it a little bit?
Maybe later.
Maybe later?
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. You know, I love it when somebody got something cooking, because when they finish cooking, you know, it's gonna be ready to eat. You know, I'm a firm believer of that. Anybody else? What about you, my brother? Were you in the last class when I was here last time? You weren't here? Okay. Can you relate to anything that we've been talking about so far? You look like your wheels just spinning like, yeah, I got something on that one.
I agree with everything. So.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I need one more. One more.
Time.
Huh?
Time.
Time management. I'm gonna put management with it. Can we just say time management?
I can.
Because time by itself is just time. Can we say time management? Okay. Can anybody relate to that? Can anybody relate to how time management is stressing them out right now?
Can we just get like 28 hours in the day?
28, you need 4 more hours? Anybody else? Who else do you need?
Perfect, yeah.
Who else needs some more time? It just ain't enough time
You
in the
said that would
day.
be perfect, just 4
That would
more
be
hours.
gold.
Just 4 more?
Yeah, just-
Who need more than 4 more hours? You need more? How many more you need?
Probably 8.
You need 8 more than 24?
I can compromise with 30.
Yeah, she need a day and a third of a day, huh? Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yeah, I think that's the same.
Huh?
Same.
You need some more time? In all of it, right? We covered number 1, causes of stress. Some things that causes stress. You know, but here's where the fine line come in at. Is it my stress? Or is it other people's issues that's stressing me out? Is it some things that I'm doing because on a normal, I can get up in the morning, get myself ready, I can go to work, I can go to school, I can go to do everything I'm doing, and I can go home and I can eat, and I can do whatever I'm gonna do, and I can just go to sleep. Would that cause me stress? No, that's a perfect world, huh? That's a perfect world. A perfect world is when I don't have to deal with issues. You know, I'm a detour just a little bit. I'm gonna come back because let me see the hands of the business owners in here today, or potential about to be business owners, or working on it in your mind, knowing that I'm setting up for my business. Yeah, raise your hand. I like that. I like that. Hold on. Keep your hand up again. So they do me a favor, kind of scan the room a little bit. That's what I need to see these hands.
Oh, these are leaders.
Y'all don't mind. I need to see these hands.
Hey, Zach.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because when y'all come into your business, we had a couple of them over here. See you, yeah. And the reason why I'm bringing this point up is because the last class we talked about, I talked to them from a employee perspective level. Then I talked to them from a supervisor level. Then I went to a management level. Then I went to assistant director level. Then I went to director level. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted them to understand that when you go from an employee to a supervisor, the same kind of employee you was, is where it get tricky. If you was a bad employee, if you was a complaining employee, if you was the type of employee that was late for work, you the type of employee that always wanted your way, and then you become a supervisor, how you gonna handle somebody when you get one that was just like you? Because now, what you basically saying is that I want to be promoted to handle more problems. Because it's not a problem because I have the solution. So if you an employee and you get promoted to be a supervisor, what you're basically saying is that now I'm ready to take the next level of solving problems. Now if you're a supervisor, you get promoted to being manager, so now you're saying I know for a fact now I have two levels of problems to solve. My supervisor and their employee. And you get what I'm saying? The further and further you go up, all you're really saying is that I'm preparing for conflict resolution. So now, if I'm stressed out on the lower level, what's going to happen when I make supervisor?
You're going to really be stressed out.
Huh?
You're going to really be stressed out.
And then if I'm stressed out as a supervisor, what's going to happen when I become a manager? And if I'm stressed out as a manager, what's going to happen when I become the business owner? Because now, everybody else is dependent on you. But if I haven't found stress resolution, if I haven't come to a point in my life where I realize that all things that I'm doing and all things that I'm taking on, some of them mine, some of them not. The ones that's causing me discomfort, some things we just got to deal with. Mother, I can't tell my son go somewhere, but I can come around people like us and share. Man, you know what? I'm going through it today. I'm having one of them days. But every day not going to be the same. Every day not going to be the same. So later on we talk about coping with it, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. I don't want to get ahead of where we at right now because there are different ways to cope. Sometimes we have all these things going on inside of us and we don't talk to nobody about it. We want to work it out by ourselves. Everybody else can see your face and see you got something going on. You say, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Ain't that right? Huh?
I don't know, man.
You don't know about that one? Huh? I know that's how I used to be, man. You know, everybody else can see that I'm in discomfort. But I say I'm all right. You know, my first suicide attempt, I tried to commit suicide 5 times. First time I took 50 Tylenol extra strength pills, lost 90% of my liver. They had already pronounced me dead. I was dead. They had already told my mom and them, y'all gonna start going prepare for his funeral service. He would not make it, period. Right? I'm 14 years old, stressed out. Stressed out and strung out. Because now, I didn't let what's going on internally get me to a point to where as though I don't want to even be here anymore. I know nobody in this room probably can relate to what I'm talking about right now, but that's okay. But I'm just talking about how stress, if not handled through the right channel, will cause you to make some decisions. May not be like me. You may do something different. I just didn't want to be here anymore. I just felt like life would be better if I just wasn't here. So when I made it through that one, I attempted 4 more times after that. And now I realized that God had a purpose for me being here. So now I've learned how to cope and deal with things just a little bit better. I don't get as stressed out as I used to, because I realize life is too precious. I realize that I ain't make them, so guess what? I can't change them. That go from my children to whomever it is. I ain't make you, so I can't change you. So now I need to find me a happy medium in all this here. Stress management strategies. Sleep, exercise, and meditation. Anybody have anything else that you can add to that? Stress management strategies. Who in here right now have a strategy? And when something happens, I do this to keep from doing that. I go over here and I do this because if I don't go over here and do this here, you ain't gonna like how I'm gonna act over here. So it's better for me to go, whether we go catch a movie, whatever it is, whether go walk in a park, it's better for me to go do this here. Because if I don't do this here, I'm gonna do that. Who can relate to that? You say you? Give us one of the things that you do. Because now, mind you, we got 8. We have 8 over here. So somewhere all around here, I'm gonna just be writing stuff because now we talking about solutions. You know what works for you. What works for you might not work for me though, but it might. Who knows? Who knows? If what I'm doing not working for me, then maybe I can try something that's working for somebody else. So come on with it.
So one of my strategies is to pray.
Prayer. Prayer. I see so many hands up. I know y'all ain't gonna leave it hanging. Come on, huh?
I guess I can give 2. Call someone and ask them how their day was.
Okay. Reaching out. Reach out to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Reach out.
And then see what you can do for somebody else.
What's the next one?
See what you can do for somebody else, being of service.
Being of service. I like that. I like that. In the other program I go to, they always say when everything else fails, go find you somebody else to work with. Because what you'll find out is what you think you have going on, what you think is so big in your life, if you sit down and you listen to some of the issues that other people have, you'll be like, Lord, God, thank you for giving me what I have. But you'll never know that until you reach out to somebody else. You know, how does that work? Reciprocity. How does that work? Somebody might say, well, hold on. First of all, I got my own issues. So if I got my own issue, why I want to go hear about somebody else's issues? One issue plus one issue equal how many issues? 2 issues. Nah. 0 plus 0 equal what? 0 minus 0 equal what? 0 times 0 equal what? 0 divided by 0 equal what? 0. So if I have an issue and you have an issue, now we know 1 plus 1 is 2. But we don't want to have 2 issues, we have 2 what? Say it.
Solutions.
2 solutions. 2 solutions. Because with every issue, there's a solution. I can have a problem going on and you can have a problem going on, my brother. And then I listen to yours, and I just gave you some fantastic, I just gave you an Oscar Award winning speech about how you can solve your issue. And then I tell you what I got going on, and then you give me one back. So now both of us walk away feeling better. And that's where that philosophy comes in. That by myself I can do nothing, but together we can accomplish anything. Who else? Who else? Huh?
Crying.
Crying. Crying. Crying. Now, men, I know y'all probably ain't gonna join in on this one here, but that's okay. I'm gonna join in. Listen, let me see the hands of the people in here right now that have cried in this last week.
Oh, wait,
Last month. Last year. Crying. What does crying do? Help me out a little bit. Tell me why crying can be a good.
It's a release. It releases. So
Hold on, oh, you getting drunk now? Hold on, I ain't on you yet. When I called on you, say, hold on. I know you're getting ready. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Come on.
It helps me take out my emotions, the thing that I'm feeling.
Emotions.
Yes.
What I'm feeling. Okay?
Because
Go ahead. Keep going.
before I used to keep stuff inside. If something was wrong, I would keep it, and then it would mess up my life, basically. But once I let it out and cry about it, pray in other ways, I feel much better.
You know, when I grew up in Ninth Ward, New Orleans, they say men don't cry. I sure hate I learned that early, man. I sure heard I learned that early. They say men don't cry. I'm here to tell you, people cry. If you human, if you haven't cried yet, keep living. Sooner or later, something will happen that'll bring a tear to your eye. You know, and I had to learn that it's okay to cry. It's okay to go tell somebody, you know what, I'm having a rough day today, and I just don't feel like going on today. I got some things at home right now that's causing me some pain. I got a lot of school work that's going on. I got a part-time job after I get out of school. Then if anybody got kids, I got to go home and I got to take care of my child. Then if you have a husband, I got to go home and I got to take care of the husband. I got to take care of the child. I got to cook.
But you get to do these things.
I got to go to school. Go ahead.
They get to do those things.
They get to do those things.
There's a lot of people that don't get that opportunity.
Share on that a little bit. That's interesting. Go ahead.
So, like, my idea of pessimism is I have to. Like, I have to do this. I have to go to work. I have to go to school. You don't have to.